Hello and welcome back. I'm Joe. This is What Gets in Resources Soviet Republic. A little bit of a quiet note today because we did have to sacrifice the view in order to save the Republic, which means we're down about 20,000 people, which is not ideal. There are a few still living here and there, but it's really mostly empty on the outskirts, and we did refill the insides with people from all over the Republic. With the less people around, we also have less borrowing power because our maximum loan is no longer this much. We only have 100 million left. So I have no idea if we can manage to get out of this, but we kind of have to. Otherwise, we're sort of done. So I guess another 600 million, but that's not that much. That's really not that much. The only thing that's good about this is look at the amount due tomorrow. Only 416,000 compared to earlier. We had like several millions. So that's a good thing. The intro. Yeah, what are we going to do today? We have to try to get money in. That's the main thing. I have to stabilize money income. I think we have a couple options. And if those don't work, either have to go back at least 3 episodes or we're done with this republic. Well, it is a new day. I am going to try to be a little slower about progression here because there are a couple things going on. This guy is almost full of bauxite. It makes about 6 times the price, 7 times the price of coal, which is what the forecast really told us, and that's wonderful. But this one is not going to get us out of the hole that we're currently sitting in. So yeah, that's not going to help us that much. We are currently not really full on all those ends, which is not ideal, but I think we need some frequency. We have the option to use a couple more workers to bring in here via ship, because it is just barely on the edge of the distance that we can actually reach, and the ship does do a good job bringing a couple hundred people in every time. But the problem is that we cannot maintain all of those people here because we really only have 100 spots in this small bus stop that we have over here, but it's kind of working. I also every once in a while have a couple workers come to the trash situation, but currently it's not enough. We just have to produce more, and these guys I just have to turn on. So I think, yes, we have a little bit of chemicals sitting here already, which is wonderful. So these guys are spitting out a little bit of material, 16 tons of aluminum oxide. Oh my goodness, isn't that exciting? Not really. We are half full here, which that is a good thing because I would expect this one to have 5 workers. Cool. You are half full of workers, and the whole city over here is actually full. I think we're at the point where we can turn off. No, we cannot turn off workers waiting here. I have to turn off the routes that take people over here to no longer take workers from this platform because we have to fill that up with buses from the region to increase our throughput here. Is that our best money-making ability? No, it's not. Vehicles are better, but what's the problem with vehicles today? The problem with vehicles is that we need iron to produce that, and we don't have enough iron currently being produced because the view died. The view was empty entirely. I had to throw a couple people at it in the winter, and I actually did something semi-gross to that place to make it a little more feasible. But yeah, the nuclear power plant that's out there had to produce, otherwise we had problems there, and it ain't pretty. it ain't pretty, but I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a minute, which should help us a little bit with everything that we're trying to do, but it's just not as ideal as I want it to be. No more workers from this line. That should be good. The other line, there's only 2 driving through there. That line is specifically for setting up the... Is it this one? Yeah, I think it's where we bring a couple workers down here to this station, and that's fine. That's good enough. I have started delivering fuel everywhere, and pro tip, one of the things that I did wrong at the end of the last episode was the fuel station. When I was refueling it, always refueling it with 1 truck, and that was because I had the percentage set to way too low. If I would have had the percentage set to 100%, then it would send 3 trucks out at the same time, because 25 tons fits into 70 tons by like about 3 times. 3 trucks can deliver something, and once those arrive, the fuel shortage that we were experiencing is actually more taken care of, and that would have been a much better solution to what I was doing earlier. But here we are. life is okay. Let's check where this traffic jam is happening, and then we can go get a couple more people everywhere. Ah, yes. Did I mention that the view was empty? With the view being empty, all of this kind of doesn't fully function anymore. We have a little bit of iron ore sitting here, but mostly we don't have people out here. And we definitely don't have people out here, wherever these buses currently are. There are 3 buses. Cool. Do any of you have any workers on board? Nope, not that one, that's for sure. How about the next one? Nope, that's also for sure. Clicking the wrong buttons away as usual. And then the last one, I'm guessing, doesn't have anyone on board either. No. What is the line? That is the second stop on the line. That's wonderful. And on your way back, you're stopping at the heating plant, which is wonderful. But yeah, we just don't have enough people here, and we don't have enough money to invest to get stuff moving here. And this has multiple reasons. I think if I should move more people in, they should probably go into the view, because the train connection that we have here has been the best connection for all the things that we were able to do. And yeah, we just need the iron to come through, otherwise we cannot produce anything. I think we have a little bit of steel left. That's wonderful, but not quite enough. What do we have going on over here? A couple excavators that I probably want to move somewhere. Okay, we're talking about money. One of the things to make money is just to export more, and the things that we should export is more vehicles if we have them. We don't necessarily have them available, but it is an option, and we are currently full here. I'm very much considering exporting raw bauxite as well, but we'll just have to wait for that. 18 million that's sitting in that ship is just not going to make it, and the raw bauxite is worth even less. So I don't feel like that is going to save us anything either. I really just want to get these 2 things filled up, which means more people here, which we just don't have there quite yet. But I think there's a way into that situation. Here we have the Nurple Flats that I wanted to move into the view, because most of the inner city is actually filled up, so I'm not terribly worried about them. But if we can just fill up a couple more people here that can come in most of the time and get distributed from the rail station that we have sitting there, I think that will be good for us in general, and we get a couple extra workers in. This is just 600 extra people, but they will all go to the train station and hopefully get unloaded there and start helping with the things that we need them to do. We'll just have to see. I don't know, 26 million in the bank is really nothing, but I don't really have an option or a choice for anything else there. Let's look at our replacements. We have a bunch of buses sitting here that are currently not doing anything. Let's send them over here. We'll keep this one on the lowdown to see what's going on there, and then let's look at one of our bus routes. The first bus route wants to go here. You're actually dropping off people here in the recycling area, which I have pared down to 30 there and to 26 here, because this thing was actually starting to fill up, so that was a little scary. And if we can't handle waste, we can't handle anything else. There's the whole part of we still have to move the construction waste out of here, which that one I'm not I was gonna say I'm not terribly worried about, but that is stupid. I'm glad I'm paused. You, buddy, can help pick up whatever you want from there. I don't care what you do with it, and bring it down here to the appropriate places to drop off this material, because we have to get that recycling done. And most of the waste coming from the mines is construction waste, which is wonderful. I'm not even sure that we're going to get anything else out of it, but that's the thing that I want you to do. So please get on that and don't be shy. 70% is totally a-okay. I don't think that will keep you busy, which is fine. So we're going to move back, and we'll say, I also would like you to pick up mixed waste from here probably and move that over there. No, you should just do that with a dedicated truck and not worry about moving it with a distribution office, because you can just have a truck parked there, and that would make your life relatively easy. Good call, good idea. I just have to assign you to somewhere. One of these trucks should be more than enough. All I have to do is tell you to... I don't have a road depot available anymore, do I? Nope, you have to actually move a couple of those buses out, and then you would have a road depot. I guess that's what we're going to do. So we're going to talk to this one again. There are 2 lines currently assigned on here. The first one I've shown you is going around that way for waste, and waste is important. The other one goes the opposite way No, the other one does not actually include the stop at the waistline. So I'm actually going to add that as a stop, which is probably most of the time not going to be full. And no, I actually don't like that at all. So let's take this one out behind you and add you back in that order. There you go. Turn this one off, and now how's it look? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Cool. Both of these lines, I would like to add at least 2 buses to. We probably need more than that, but we got to start somewhere, and that will at least alleviate the buses that we have sitting here. So 2 there. Left control click to send them out right away, and they can go and get out of the way. Cool. There are 4 more buses coming in here. We can use the other city to connect to that thing in just a minute. There's a truck that I wanted to move. Okay. Precision and accuracy matters. Are they the same thing? Go discuss amongst yourselves. I think that could be an interesting discussion, but yeah, I don't know. It could go many different ways. But what I want you to do is go here, load, wait until loaded, for sure. Only load mixed waste. I don't care about the rest, and unload that here. Ideally, all you're gonna get is mixed waste, and if I click all these buttons, then this truck should never even leave the area. We'll just go right here, which is cool. What do you have? Ash, ash, ash. Beautiful. It works. I just need you to move that over here, and then life is pretty good. Okay, so waste should technically work now. There may be, yeah, plastic is just going to get burned in here, so that should be good. All of these are set up the right way. There's nothing stuck here. This one is stuck every once in a while a little bit. We just need this one to be full enough to handle everything, and you 5 workers for the hazardous waste that comes here every once in a while should be sufficient, so that feels okay. This one is full. Okay, get more people in here most of the time is really your goal, so that's what we're going to do right now without spending too much money, hopefully. Would you like to become part of a newly formed armada of buses going somewhere? I think the answer to that has to be yes. Also, this bus stop is not constructed yet. That is a little annoying because we actually wanted this one to get that connection in. So we're just going to wait for you to get that one done, and that's okay. Money is running out as usual. We're down to 6 million. Great. This one was not asphalted yet. That's not ideal. What is your max speed on this guy? Max speed is... oh, it's only 63. Never mind. I don't have to asphalt anything here. These buses are not supposed to be running fast. We have the red smaller buses that I also ran in some places that are supposed to go faster, but here we don't actually need them. So they can do what they're doing here. Nothing really to be concerned about there. Okay, let's crank up vehicle export for the time being, as they do give us a bunch of free money, and this one is one of them. I'm actually going to remove that guy because I want more of those diesel trains, of the western ones. And here we're going to do the same thing because we really just simply don't have a choice. All of the whole queue that I had here, I think, yeah, everything got deleted because I cannot afford not producing something that makes a lot of money. I'm not looking for cargo wagon, I'm looking for everything. And I want a Western vehicle that makes us about 100 million every time we turn it on. So, cool. We're just going to produce those guys now for the foreseeable future. That should work. I would not mind keeping a couple of these around, and you have a couple excavators coming in. That is cool. But those bulldozers, those refrigerator, there are some important ones in here. Let's get the refrigerators out. What's this? This is an asphalt paver. Don't think that asphalt paver is very important right now. So let's get the important ones out of the way. Fridges, yes. Give me a couple of these. It'd be so cool if I could have drag select some of these vehicles. We have that function in a couple mechanics, like upgrading roads, the copying things. Like there's a lasso tool or drag tool or whatever you want to call it that exists. Just not for this thing right now. That's okay. So that one can go there. This one, lots of snowplows, lots of buses, a couple other cars. I think you are a good candidate for just moving everyone over. I know it would be nice to have that money right now, but I also need to make sure that most of my vehicles keep doing the vehicle thing. Okay. I will break what our... yeah, we're going to cancel everything. I will break the thing that we did for so long, which was actually just produce what we needed and turn that into produce only what is absolutely... what can make us money right now, because we don't really have a choice. Don't like it, but that's what we're going to do. The bead is the moneymaker, because it's produced really fast and it can fit into all the nooks and crevices to make sure that we get everything that we need. Let's turn these around to make sure that that all gets produced. This one, I believe, is a special... No, you're already doing beetles. Nobody cares. So we're getting beetles out of that. I will just have to redo all of the vehicle production lines. That's a small price to pay. I know that it's not working yet anyway, so having to switch this over really doesn't hurt me that bad. It does hurt me if it takes too long to make this money back. Why is that? Because we have so many vehicles that are still really old that need to be replaced, and we just don't have enough vehicles to replace them today. But right now, we're just going to crank out cash and leave all the other stuff around. There's less than $1 million in the bank, which at this point doesn't even pay for a full ship of coal. So, yeah, keep that in mind when we're doing things. Are you bringing some mechanical components? No, you have plastic. Oh, plastic is nice. Is that what we're needing? Produce without issues. Yes, please. Click the button just to see what happens. But 188 million, that is real English, would actually be nice to have. So how about you go get out of here? Do you have a little bit of money on here that we can also use? 100 million? Yeah, we take 300 million right now. It's a little cash infusion. Because here's the thing. I will get to take out 300 million right now. Not 300 million, but a few million right now to make sure that we can keep existing. And hopefully we can pay back those loans eventually. This is exciting. This guy telling me that it has this much fuel sitting here, and oh no, we're not full, but we're not empty. We are okay now on that front, which is exciting. All right, I think I will ignore these. I know they're not done. I know that's only 2 pieces, but I will just ignore what's going on there because we have another source of exports here that we could just crank out right now. If we really wanted to. Yes, we do want to. I need refrigerator cars, which I do think we have a bunch available. There's only 110 tons sitting here. Cannot store or export mixed waste. Okay, you are overflowing here. Okay, how's it going over here? Yes, these are all full. Okay, I need a train that has a bunch of waste attached to it. This looks cute. I think we're going to take a nice picture of this. There's 300 million going out the door. Hopefully they will do the thing that I need them to do. But I do think I have a bunch of waste cars sitting here. Yes, waste wagons. Perfect. Talk to you. I don't care what your current line setting is. The wear and tear situation with the vehicles that I have available has been a little finicky, and I don't appreciate it, but like there was a vehicle that was only 15 years old, this old, and it had 100% wear and tear. Sorry, not a vehicle, this locomotive, a locomotive like this. I'll just show you, because we have like a minute for that thing to fill up itself. I think it's sitting over here. Nope. And this one was repaired now. It was repaired down because it's actually sitting next to this one, and this one keeps having trouble with these helicopters. Why? Because they're off the map. You remember the problem we had with the ships just being stuck off the map? Helicopters do the same thing. And I can't do anything about it. I have to send them to a depot, which this one kind of works, and then at some point you should see the RPMs here starting to increase again, and then they leave. All that is telling me that helicopters are not a good... there you go. RPM is going up. Now it's going to fly. The helicopters are not a good long-term solution to anything, like at all. And it's super annoying. I don't love it, but it is the way it is. So we're just going to assign you there. Run this forward a little bit because we have 55 million in the bank, and we'll start moving, and then it will it will figure things out there. RPM are going up. Now I can start assigning that the right way. Cool. That vehicle actually arrived where I wanted it, which is all I needed for right now because I need to start moving stuff around. And I will move that. Honestly, I think I have a lot of extra space. Where am I? I'm just confusing myself, aren't I? Yes, you are. Go over here. Cool. This one. No, not that one. Where did it go here? Yes, this is where you send it. Okay. Just make the train as big as you can make it right now. That looks great. And we're going to start using something. We're going to start using the distribution office that I have out here that's kind of set up for that. I forgot that I had this one, but that's the one that I wanted. This distribution office, we can't set it up right now because will it let me load and unload things? You are going to source from here. Yes, I can tell it at least where to load and unload. The thing that I can't tell it is what to unload yet, but that's fine. All of these are actually fertilizer already, so that's an easy one. I don't see. The thing is, I don't need this much fertilizer. I need it for a little while. And I'm just going to turn all of them on because all of them are currently fertilizer. I will turn a few of them on, but I would like to get all the extras burnt for right now. I just don't have room for it, and that's the main reason for burning them in the first place. And bio-waste can be burned very easily, so that's all good. But maybe for right now, I just want the whole situation to still make things or produce something for me. So we're just going to get the solid fertilizer out here, which we don't need because there have been crops left over on the fields almost every year, which the result of that is simply the fertility goes up every year, which is why most of them have a good fertility. Some of them don't, which means we have a chance to actually make a difference here by bringing a little bit of the fertilizer out. So that's all good. 10 of them, that's actually a really good number, and then turn this to 60. And one train should be sufficient to actually move all those things around. So that seems okay. I wouldn't mind if you start picking up from here. This is the cargo train station. No, that's not working for me. This is Grain Central Hub. Yes. That's the word I can actually recognize when I look at things. Thank you, autosave. Very good. But there's 3,300 tons of grain sitting here. Grain Center Hub, that's the one that I want. I would like you to load crops. I don't believe, and I may be wrong, I don't believe that it goes here and drops off in the same place. It doesn't do that. But what this should allow me, at least for this smaller setup that we have right now, is to make sure that this guy stays full. Let's rename this area to Cow Paradise, because that is what it is, and it should help me actually find things. Cow Paradise. Cool. And now what that does, sometimes Cow Paradise there, Cow Paradise here, it will tell me where things are, which is all I wanted out of this one. Here we can deliver some bio-waste if we really feel like it. I don't think we need to do that right now. And once we get this fertilizer out of here on the fields, we can do more things. And honestly, just so that automates things a little bit, I will put the burner at the end of the priority list, which should hopefully get the stuff put out here and just get, so we can get rid of it. That's really the main thing, because both of these factories should have no problem burning whatever I'm bringing here. It's just at the very bottom of the output, so hopefully the farms will get all their stuff first. Train is waiting too long. That may or may not be ideal. What are you doing? Oh, you're trying to get gravel from out here. That's cute, but you can't get gravel because all of these trains are just sitting there not doing anything. You would like to do a little bit of coal. That's okay. You're actually leaving. That's exciting. I didn't expect you to leave. But that's good. That's actually pretty good news. We're not really producing much iron ore right now. That was also one of the huge incomes that we did have. Like 150 per full ship, and now we just have 3 ships parked here, which honestly, at this point, I have a better. There's something better to do with this guy. That thing, yeah, my sneezes are silly because they're super quiet. I'm a big guy and my sneezes are just like non-existent, which is ridiculous. I would like you to go here. Actually, I would like you to go to a different harbor so I can unassign you from that line. So what I'm about to do is a little easier. I would like you to go here. Cool. Then I would like you to get you unassigned from that whole line. Can I do that with one? No, no. I would like to... Let me unassign you. I would like to do this. Not let me do that. That's annoying. View line detail. That's kind of annoying. I cannot do anything with that. No. Okay, well, this is what we're going to do then. Talk to all of this and just remove all the pieces, which is a lot easier if I do it from here. It's just higher in the list. No, I don't want to know where that waypoint is. I don't care where that waypoint is. Okay, turn all of this off. Line has unsafe changes. That is okay. Turn this one off and turn this one off. I do want you to get repaired, but I think there's a piece missing for the whole puzzle that I didn't give the other guy either. I'm just jumping all over the place here. Yeah, you. Do you have a buoy? You do not have a buoy. So you go from here, go to the border, which it better go somewhere in a reasonable place. I don't actually know where it goes. So honestly, how about you just show me which path you're going to take? Because if we can export a little bit of the bauxite that we have sitting here instead of just having it in storage, that is a good thing because that will pay at least for the fuel. Which way do you want to go? Just tell me now, so I don't have to worry about it later. But it looks like you're actually heading somewhere near the harbor, somewhere near the border, which is a good place. So what we're going to do is for the don't get stuck behind the island. It looked like there was another one here, but there isn't. To get you unstuck behind the island. How did you get out? Why? You see what it did there? Oh boy. Just made a really funny turn. Where did I put the thing? It's somewhere somewhere in this area. There's a little dust on my monitor, which also makes it really easy to see, but that's fine. You just go here. Nope, that's not where I wanted you to go. I wanted that one to be behind the border, not before the island. So try that again. Yep, that looks good. That's the waypoint. That's what I wanted you to do. And you're now going to go export. Beautiful. This guy is going to do the same thing, but I'm actually going to have you fill up with a different material. Also go export here. 300 million. Our vehicle ship just arrived, which is wonderful. You go there, you go here. You're effectively the same line, but you will have a slightly different transport happening out here, where I'm just going to have you load up with raw bauxite. Definitely wait until full. 2 ships are enough for right now. I don't think I want to move any more than that because I don't want to block anything there. Is that ship still confused on what I wanted to do because I had a little question mark on there? Yes, yes it is. Where are you? Are you figuring it out yourself or what? Hey. I can't even. I cannot control H this home. This is a very expensive ship just parking there. Why you parked in that spot, I don't know. Are you moving now? I can't even. I don't know why the game's just like, yeah, this is fine. This is what we're gonna do. It's just bauxite. It's not that important. Just very annoying now that it would do that thing to me, but that's okay. It looks like we have a little bit of extra opportunity. So how about we just send out an extra ship here and make sure that we actually transport all the vehicles that we have. Is this gonna relieve us from the problems that we're experiencing? I seriously have absolutely no idea, because I haven't been in a situation this bad in a very, 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 very extremely very long time. So we just have to wait and see what happens with all those things. Good. So I think you want to signal up this whole area now, don't you? I think so. Let me triple check that we actually have everything electrified. I think we do. Besides a little bit behind the behind that thing. I guess there was one over there that was also missing, but that is fine. Okay, before you can do the next thing that you're thinking about doing, which is really assigning... You can't assign this guy. This guy has the wrong connection for the... for everything that you want to do, unless you give it a crossover on this side to get over here. I'm tempted. No, this one can just turn around and do a couple things. I would like you to make sure that we always have meat here. It looks like we do have meat here. Is this guy currently picking up from the cow paradise? Yes, you are picking up from the cow paradise, and you're filling up this guy first, right? I don't know. Okay, you're picking up from the cow paradise and delivering to other places. Okay, that's different. Are we having power trouble? I think we're having some power trouble because I've seen the light flicker over there now a couple times. Unless that was related to the game thinking about a couple things while I click those buttons. Nope. I saw I saw the red line up here saying no power supply for just a second. So we do have a little power problem, but that's not surprising at all. What is this called? I cannot read that. I need... It's just, sorry. I feel like that was more rude than... I didn't intend to be rude at all. I just can't say that word. What is this? This is the Central Distro Hub. Okay, now I can find it. So you're loading here. I also want you to unload meat here whenever you can. It's the highest priority one. That's important. And here's the bonus. Bring the meat down here. Just bring all the meat down here. There's only one connection, really. But you can bring the meat down here up until it's, like, sure, 50% full. And we can have a ship export that because that is good money that we can do something with. What are you doing? Are you doing plastics? Yes, you are doing plastics, which is totally fine. Whenever we want to feel like bringing that in, that will be good. You're going to get 147 tons of meat. I like it. I like it. Make our stuff work for us. That is exactly what we need to do here. Let's fix these signals. At least it's something that I know how to do, so it should alleviate a little bit of pain, at least for right now. We'll see how I feel about that in just a couple minutes, but for right now, we're alleviating some pain. You're going that way, you're going that way. That looks good. You have to release that way. That is perfect. Oh, that's right. I actually put a turnaround here that allows my oh, B-Ball Joe, you idiot. Let me fix it. What is the problem? Okay, I just told this guy to load and unload meat here. Okay, that's great. You have to load meat from here. Okay, that's great. This is the highest priority in the priority list in the change order. That one, right? And the cow paradise is down here. It will pick up from here to take meat to export. I don't want that because that just creates a cycle that I don't want. I need a separate warehouse to do it, to do what I just said I wanted to do. I definitely want to unload meat there. I just don't want to bring that meat out here. So let's take that one off. This is just meat. It will never be something else. So I'm just going to send it home so that meat doesn't go into export situation. And that is all. I think what I can do is try to load a couple of these meat wagons to use them for other things in just a second, unless I have something available that I can use for that. I don't think I have extra meat wagons sitting anywhere in storage. We do have a little bit of money right now, so you have a chance to maybe hook into quick meat production. Like, all I need is 2-3 wagons. That's literally all that is required of this. So let's see if we can make that happen. Let's do 3 and then just have a dedicated truck running around. Did we never buy the meat wagon connection? I don't think there's a refrigerated truck. Oh, that is a problem. If we don't have the meat blueprint purchased, which it looks like we have not, this could be too expensive to afford right now for the little bit of meat that I can make. 44 million. 46 million. 22 tons versus 24 tons. So you're actually a little cheaper. That's good. Let's look on the dollar side. I think there are meat wagons on this side, and that is not money that I'm actually really caring about. So this is not a terrible option if this is where I have to go. I do not see a meat wagon option on this side. This will be great for grain, but we have other things that I have to worry about right now. I like that the container wagon is a vanilla piece now, so once we have containers that we can actually use to export, which, granted, that was my plan. I wanted to do that, but obviously I have other priorities right now and can't really make that happen. Yeah, no, you just have to take a 44 million hit or purchase 2 wagons. Let me look. Let me look what we can purchase. Press M so we can see... No, this one goes away, this one goes away. These are the icons that I was looking for. If we go here, purchase new vehicle and mechanism, and look for cargo wagon. How much does a refrigerator cost? Oh, goodness. I just need 3 for 9 million. I just have to bring them in. It'll be a little awkward to pick those up, but I think... Where are you going to bring those in? You don't have a separate in harbor. You only have out harbors, really. Yeah, and I don't think I have any other setup. I would like to set this one up eventually as having a better connection for all the things that I need, but I think this is kind of what we have to do. I just have to baby that wagon for just a little while, which that's not the end of the world. Gosh. Oh, you can actually do this pretty easy. Okay, I like it. Give me 1, 2, 3, 4, because why not? Then we're going to talk to this line, and this guy, I don't care how much you have loaded. Sure, 69 million is fine. I will tell you to just go. But then I will also tell you to load at the border and only load vehicles, and I can probably even narrow you down to what I actually want from you. But I wouldn't be surprised if I go here. It will tell me which vehicles I have, and I currently only have 4 of those refrigerators sitting here, and that's good, because then I can also tell you to unload here. And as we do have a little bit of money in right now, I could probably do this. Actually, I don't want to send you out yet. Once the ship comes back here, once the ship comes back here, and I have to pay attention, I have to turn this one around, that we only go the opposite way. I have a train already sitting here that I can just use to throw at unloading everything that goes on. Then we should be okay. Too many criminals, that makes me a little nervous, but I don't know that I have to worry about that yet. Yeah, there's 5 people sitting here and 15% criminality because the view fell completely apart. So none of that is surprising. And we'll be okay. We'll be okay probably maybe eventually down the road. There's a couple police officers sitting here that don't have to solve any crimes. I am not terribly concerned right now because blessing in disguise. Having the lower population means that everything is cheaper. We are consuming 20,000 people less of product, which that is a bonus. That is a good thing. That is what we want. That's what we need. So all of that stuff is pretty exciting. Are you researching high birth rate? Yeah, you already did that. You people 72% happy. That looks good. It is possible that not bringing in the workers from here is actually hurting us a little bit. Oh, I like to see this. Yes. I like seeing that all of these people have work, because that means they're actually producing something out here consistently. That one is too full. I don't like it. This one is not full enough. I don't like that. We need a lot more people to get out here. Okay. How's this one looking? Terrible. This is terrible. Okay. Construction waste. We cannot store or export that. Got it. You are probably not moving enough stuff around. Unload up to 70%. One of these has to be the correct storage for construction waste, so let's look at that. But I do know... No, the game should not have problems with moving... Oh... I just saw a thing. That was a dump truck dumping off here. What are you doing? What? Why are you not unloading anything? Oh, you load 100%. Oh, okay. Okay, I understand what my problem is, and I have a solution for that. Give me 1, 2, 3 of you. Okay, this will be easy, but it's costing me money right now, so let's turn this off. Talk to my friends over actually, that's the wrong one. Talk to my friends over here. Move a handful of you because this is all a distribution office. Like 3 of you is what I really want to move. Move them out of here. Cool. Just 1, really. 2 trucks may be enough, but I'm not sure that it is. I would like to move these dumpers somewhere else, but apparently nobody wants them. Alright, whatever. There we go. We got 4. We got rid of 4. That's what we needed. Talk to you. Bring you out here. Go away. Bring you out here. Go away. And then bring you out here. Go away. And with the dump trucks, because this is a dump, this is an aggregate loading station. This is an aggregate storage for export. Let's turn that off just for the time being because we can. So we produce a little more. But those trucks should be able to just bring all the stuff down there to that place, and that should allow us to produce a little more stuff. That's exciting. Did the ship do anything yet? Nope. It's just parked here. There's no way. There's no way to get you unstuck from here. Like, I cannot dig you out from here. This is completely ridiculous. I am not happy about that, but it is what it is, and I can't change it, so therefore, here we are. Weren't you doing something with meat? Yes, I was trying to do something with meat. The first thing we're going to look at is this emptier? Yes, there's 20 tons missing from there. This is still full, and there's nobody working here. Great. How many people do we have working up here? Kindergarten problems, and we are low in population. How did we lose population here? We have coal. We technically should have everything that we need. So I am not 100% sure why we are low. I know that this kindergarten has a little bit more space, and the people are not as happy as I need them to be. So our meat export plan is probably not going to work out for a little while because we don't have enough productivity in this area to make that one work. Plus, we don't have enough workers to actually, well, work out here. Yeah, this is mostly passengers waiting. We're just in capacity for what we have going on in the area, which is not super helpful. This one, we're already having people waiting outside, so I can't reduce that anymore. This one, students in auditorium, nobody. That's good. Let's reduce that to 10. Maybe that's a good thing. It's only 5 people. Not worrying about that. This is 25 people, and we're just barely keeping up because people are unhappy. Similar here, 6 people there. That's probably a good investment. 3 people here for the water that we need. Maybe we're out of water. Maybe we were out of water when we were producing stuff out here. That is possible. Okay, well, meat is not an option anymore because we're not producing enough for that to actually make a difference. So keep that in mind. Well, with that, you don't have to finish the signaling down by the river. What's going on here? Oh, that's just the helicopter stuff. You don't have to finish signaling, but we really don't have anything else to do, and we may as well do a refresher on how signals are supposed to work. This is how they're supposed to work. Place a semaphore. I can probably honestly really completely remove that thing. But you place a chain signal in front of the junction, and you place a block signal right after the junction that will release a train whenever appropriate to go into that block. This is not a real junction anymore, but I'm going to treat it as one because at some point if there's a train getting stuck here and I don't want to put a waypoint somewhere in the back of these guys for that guy to actually get out and come back, I can just remove one of these signals and they can turn around and get everything done that I need them to get done, which is super wonderful, right? Good, cool. Let's tell these guys to just hop in here whenever they feel like it. Yep, excuse me, there you go. Why? Because this was the plan all along, for hopefully having a train that can fit into the distribution office, fit into this block, just so there's a little extra parking space here when the trains are going somewhere. That should be fine. And then on this side, we don't have enough room to have a signal there to release you, but we definitely have enough room to have a chain signal. I thought I clicked out here to get a couple more signals in. Cool. There you go. There you go. And then you all can just figure out where you want to go after this. Very good. Because we can be a little bit symmetric, we're going to put a signal on the other side. Hopefully the game doesn't try to crash on me while I'm doing this, but this should be okay. And then, yes, you do not have to use, what's it called? You do not have to use chain signals if you don't want to, but I have found that they do work better than the alternatives. So please do when you have crossing train tracks. Otherwise, you don't necessarily have to. Hope that makes some sense. There you go. Yeah, the block signals had some updates, but they are more limited in its functionality because it's automatic. If you use the actual signals, they're not automatic and they will actually work when you set them up right. You do have to set them up right first. And the rule is always the same. It is block in, chain out. Every time. Don't step away from that. Mixed signal right here because I don't want anyone else to come in there. And then we just have a bunch of mixed signals coming on all of these tracks. Yes, 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 yes. I'm saying yes because I'm actually able to fit the signal in where I wanted it. And there you go. Now this is all signaled up. Beautiful. Still need this one to be happy. And this one is the only one. Nope, I saw a green. Saw a green dot. There you go. That one's the only one I was a little worried about because all the others should not really cause any issues. It will help you if you go closer to the junction because they have less driving space. Driving space. They have less area that they have to cover to get into the junction, which can help you a little bit. So that should be fine. And a couple more signals here, and then we're good to go. You don't have to make this these signals one way once you're actually on the way. Because if there's one-way signal on the track, that is generally enough to prohibit any train going into the section with the improper what am I saying? Improper, yes, direction. Good job. Good. Cool. We've done it. We signaled that up. All our money's gone. Great. Wonderful. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Where is my import trooper? You're my import trooper. Okay, great. I need to do a couple things. I do actually need the second ship to come in and do something there, but let's get the first one set up here first, which is really go here. First remove everything else from you. Go here. Thank you, autosave. Don't need you right now. I'm already out of money. I want you to wait until loaded. I want you to load cargo wagons and specifically the refrigerators, but I don't think I know which one I actually used. The 24-tonner. Okay, wait for that one. Wait until loaded. And when you are done with that, I just want you to go back here. Cool. So there's a potential. Yeah, it's just jumping to 0 and I don't like it. Let's take out 800 millions on loan because we can. Now it's all the way up to 2 million because there is also some back payments that we have to make. And that's all super exciting and stuff. What do you have? You're full of beetles and a train. 155 million. Oh yes, please. Go. Go get it done. You're doing great. No. Oh wait, no, that was he unloaded a train. This guy is worth only 31 million. It was like 65 million at some point, so that makes me a little nervous that we didn't get more for that guy. But okay, that's the way it is, and that's the way it is. That's the ship. That's not going to go anywhere. That will be a monument at the at the end, because why not? Sure, 360 tons of oxide. That's nice. We produce. Okay, that's a good 10 days production for these two, which is not awful. The big garbage container transfers over here. I would like you to get a friend. And I think what I'm going to do is assign tasks to this guy, but also have these guys come out here and pick up your waste. Just to make sure that gets taken care of. Yeah, that should be fine. Is there extra waste that we have to worry about here? I don't think so. There's some hazardous waste coming in. Okay, but I think this gets picked up by a technical service office potentially. We may have to verify that once the time is right, but for right now we may be okay. That looks fine. Construction waste is full again, but all we need is a truck to run in there and get something done. Looks like there's another truck already assigned for the 4.5 tons. And I think what this is telling us right now is that I should have put an in-between storage here, and that would have been a little better. But there you go. On this side, I could tell the storage, that stuff to load here via truck. Wait until it's 50% full, because then it's at least a full truck, because this guy is currently now unavailable. And he's going to take a pretty long trip, but you're unavailable and all you're taking is 2 tons. That's not worth it. I don't want you to do that. Only want you to run if there's at least 10 tons sitting here. Still not 17 tons, and honestly, now that I see that, I can change this to... This is 14 tons, this is 16 tons. Go when there's 16 tons available for you to transport, because then we're mostly going to run with full trucks, which is exactly what we're looking for. Good. Are you ready to get a couple workers from out here, which will find their way to this thing, sometimes accidentally, once you give them a true footpath connection? Sure. Does it have to be this, or do you just want to turn it on? Honestly, these don't take that long, and we're probably going to get a little bit of extra reach if I use the concrete path versus the dirt path. So let's just assume that that is the thing, and I'm doing the right thing there. 55 million. Okay, let's look at our meat thing. Where'd you go? I'm confused. My map doesn't make sense anymore. I'm turned around. And it's also dark. Why are the helicopters going somewhere? Oh, they're repairing that thing. Okay. Don't love it, but can't really fix it right now. Okay, you. Get out. I don't want you. Sure, go to that waypoint. I just need you to go. Just for a minute. Please, go. Turn around. Why? Go to the next waypoint. Go here. I don't care where you're going. Just get out of here. There you go. Cool. Good job. I want this one to go. I guess it's possible that earlier I didn't send it. But this is okay. And I'm going to just unload this guy. Actually, I don't have to unload you. Stop train. Cool. Run this train, because all I need you to do is unload the refrigerators, and then we can send the ship on the way again like it was before. So there you go. Load up the refrigerators. You got 3. I want you to do 1 extra, if you don't mind. And then we are good to go. I just need to do that quickly. Go. Get the extra refrigerator stuff. Go. What are you waiting on? There's nobody in front of you besides yourself. Just go. Seriously. Is it waiting for this train that's sitting there? Go fast. Go fast. Go fast before he picks that one up again. Cool. Go home. Just like you were. Excuse me, train. You got this. This is not a great way to import anything. Not even going to try to pretend that that is a thing. But it works for what we need right now, so therefore it's not terrible either. You're no longer going to unload anything here. And at the border, you're no longer going to load anything there. Just in case I accidentally put anything on there. I don't want to. Just fill up with wagons. And if we're full on beetles, we get 100 million. That's cool. We get a couple trains in there every once in a while. That will be cool as well. Okay, still power problems. I don't love this. You are producing what you need, so I think that has more to do with the power overload in this area than the power production that we have, that we are capable of. So that is okay. We obviously still don't have any workers available to produce more meat, but at least they seem to be less unhappy about everything. That's a positive. 200 tons of iron. That's cute. Yeah. I'm reducing our steel production to turn this thing on. Is it really worth it? That's an excellent question. I don't have a good answer for that. There's enough coal. This one is full now. This one is full now. Great. So this one's going to start to get filled in. Those are all good things. Our bauxite ship has not returned. Are you... Oh, you're the one that's stuck, right? Right. Okay, we're just going to ignore you. If I try to sell it, I have to pay so much money. It's not funny. So, no, we're not going to move that one. You seem to be at least empty and are shipping somewhere or driving somewhere. You just went through the waypoint. Cool. Good job. Proud of you. and you're gonna go get pretend repaired. Great. Do what you gotta do, buddy. Coal ship was over here like, yep, I unloaded what you told me to. There's nothing else for me to do, which is great. And we now have 1,000 tons of stuff sitting there. Okay, I know who I'm gonna send out to do something with that. It bugs me some that we're still not fully full, but that's okay. So 800,000, it's gonna hurt me more than it hurts you probably. Are there still 2 ships coming down here? I feel like I moved one of them. No, that's just one. You can stay there because I think we have another cement exporter sitting down here. There we go. 100 tons versus 200 tons. You are the champion. And all I need you to do is go, instead of to that harbor, I want you to go to our aluminum export harbor and make money. You're not sharing. That's unfortunate. Hey, I know what to do with that. If this guy allows me to. But we're no longer going there. We're going here. Vani Cargo Harbor. Very good. So turn that one off. Thank you. And then get rid of... Did I already click the button? I was supposed to get rid of all the material that I had loaded. I must have. Oh well. Use priorities. No. Actually, that's not the one that I want. I want this one off and this one on, please and thank you. So just move what you can into this side and then we should be okay. Yeah, 521. It's producing. It's producing. That's really all you can ask for. Looks like we did get through all of that. That's great. 28 people is probably too much here. Let's make that 15 for right now. I don't want to waste any workers on stuff that we don't need. I don't think we need this many workers sitting here and then the 5 that are there. They feel appropriate. Every once in a while when they actually show up. Honestly, 2 is probably fine. So let's make it 2. Cool. 140 million. Scary. This is nice. This is very nice to see. Having this one actually empty is a really, really, really good sign that things are going the right way. And most of our buses should be unloading a couple people at least here for every shift. Which is all you can ask for. It would be nice to have a couple more buses on this. Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, I know where to get some more people from. Let's talk to you. Giving my Icarus 280. And I'm pretty sure we're not too far away to do this, so this should work. I don't want anyone besides workers here. Sorry about that. I must have been confusing in instructions before. But you can bring everyone you know down here and then down there. If you go... where's your end station that I haven't assigned you to? Your end station that I haven't assigned you to is down here. Hope you don't mind. That's a little bit of a detour. I think you'll be okay. You even get fuel down there. So your life should be pretty easy. Great. Do you want to assign another ship here? Not particularly. You cannot get there. You cannot get there. You can get here. Yeah, most of these workers should be working. Not getting food, that's a little bit of a problem, but I think it should be okay to get everything done. The number of workers that we have coming down here is a little concerning. No, every time they unload, every time they bring people in large numbers, they will probably go to wherever it's currently the least full. And as you just saw, the other shopping center was way overloaded. So, no, I think I just have to play it this way. Okay, that's fine. What else? That guy needs fuel. Why do you need fuel? Not enough fuel for refueling. This one cannot do any extra refueling. That is fine. We do have fuel there. Is this one associated with a fueling distribution office? Yes. Yes, you are, but it may be trying to load from there. What is this guy called? You are Vanny Heliport, Vanny Gas, Very Bauxite, Vanny. Vanny? Where's Vanny? Oh, there you go. That's my problem. Cool. No problem. Fixed it. Wonderful. Yeah, we do have enough fuel here. 140 tons is not that much. But we do have some fuel there, so that should be okay. And they're all producing. That's great. We got a couple extra workers here that hopefully a bus picks you up any second now that we can actually transfer you. That would be great. Can you go a little faster, please, buddy? Come on, friend. I believe in you. Pick him up. Pick him up. Yeah. Cool. It's doing the thing that I needed to do, and hopefully now we have less people actually getting dropped off here, which should also help with everything that we're trying to do. Okay. Are you actually trying to get repaired? No, you're Cole. You're a different ship. You're not the ship that I saw earlier. Hey, you didn't get stuck. I'm so proud of you. Are you gonna make us some money? I sure hope so. Let's a sec. How we're doing? We have 68% happiness. Could be worse. Could be better. How we're doing down here in Volovevo? 51% happiness. But no direct problems today. That is good. And the numbers here are increasing, which also makes me think I can probably start another round of increased birth rates to get our numbers up. Got about 1,000 extra this episode. Could be worse. You are still out of fuel, which is quite annoying, I will tell you. Is this a personal vehicle? No, it is a personal vehicle. This gas station has been out of fuel for so long now. I feel like something is very wrong with this setup. F3. That one goes through. That one goes through. Oh. Hold on. No, this is the pipe. This is the pipe that's supposed to hit this. It's right here and has this distribution office, but someone pointed out very wisely that I have 6 wagons in this distribution office with 6 trains. So if I want this to be a little more effective at doing anything, I have to set this to wagon size of less. Let's find the train that's currently driving, because I want to know its length. Yeah, 140 meters long. Maximum train length. If I do half of that, I should have some extra wagons available every once in a while. Let's make it 80. So we have shorter trains transporting fuel, but more trains, so more things get delivered. Hopefully, at least that's the hope. Hope. 51 workers without a job. Where do you want them? Great question. Do we have some more meat coming in here? No, we're not overproducing meat right now because these guys are still not that happy. Okay, well, I think my money is currently on the dry bulk ship that is supposed to pick up the aluminum oxide, and I would love to see how much you're actually worth when you're done. 700 tons. You can move 1,600 tons. Okay. This is where it counts. Wow, the hour went by fast. This is where it counts. Let's see how much money you can make off of this little ship. And I didn't have to take out as many loans as I did before, so that's a good thing. But this is not looking like the numbers that I wanted to see. I know it's like 33,000 per unit, but I was hoping for a little bigger payback. Also, it takes forever to fill this thing. Great. Speaking of, I haven't taken out that many loans this episode. Let's get north of, 820 million, because we can. 500,000 I can totally afford. Yeah, as long as I don't have any late payments. It's really not that bad, but here we are. Yeah, it's already 1 million for 60 tons. I think you have a potential to make us a little bit of money back, and that will be super exciting. So, what are we going to do now? We have to get our population back up. We have to get meat turned on. We have to get meat exported. I'm sure I can find a ship that I can export some meat with. Just someone should be sitting around somewhere, and that will be exciting. What are you doing? You are actually empty. Good. What are you doing? You are not empty. Good. You're actually waiting there. You are not empty, but there's no more stuff for you to actually bring in. All of those things are good things. I was tempted for like 2 seconds to let these lines not wait until full, but I think that will be overall more a problem because unless I only... Well, if I had a bigger storage, that would totally be fine, but I don't have a bigger storage, so that's not really a good option for speeding anything up in this area. And that's fine. That's fine. I don't have to do anything about that right now. We do have enough ships driving around doing things. If this continues, I may be able to turn another one of the vehicle transporters back on, which that is exciting. There's some money sitting there. There's no money sitting here yet, but we are having all the materials that we need. This is going down, though. That is going down. It's going the wrong direction. But it is what it is. We are producing, and we're producing things that are not super expensive in terms of materials. So all of those feel like we're going in the right direction. And, oh, I wanted to see this. I haven't done that in a while. Electronics Town. How happy are you guys? 71%. That's pretty decent. 23 tons of electronics. Ooh. Oh, yeah. That I like to see. We don't have electronic components sitting there. We have a little bit sitting here. You guys are actually producing what you're supposed to, though. Okay. It would be nice to have a little bit extra there, but I'm okay without that. Yeah, you dropped off a bunch of plastic here. We're full on plastic. That's great. So yeah, we are producing. And 23 tons of electronics. You know how much that is worth? I'll tell you. Actually, I want to see how much we produced in resources this year. Yeah. Production of resources. Electronics, 152 tons, 245 million. So we are producing some. We're consuming a lot more than this. But are we? Ooh. Ooh, now I want to look. Citizen facilities. Okay. We're producing half of what we need. I was minorly hopeful and I was way off, but that's totally fine. Because they are doing what they're supposed to. You bring in 31 more workers and that's beautiful. They should all go to this industry. And we're up to 10 million and we're about a quarter full. So 40 million per trip. Great. Is it going to take forever to fill? Looks like it, but 40 million consistently all the time when these things are actually running at 100%. That will be really cool. Why are they not running at 100% right now? I need more workers. Okay, where do you get more workers from? Right here. That tourist town that we didn't have could be plopped in right there. We do have the options. Ah, yes. We are already overproducing bauxite now, so we have an extra ship that's making another, looks like this times 4, another 20 million per trip, which is also going to be nice, and probably more consistently producing that, and it looks like our spots over here can actually keep up with everything. So I think it's working. It's going to make us money. It's going to make us consistent money. Let it run for a little more. But it's doing the things that it was supposed to do. B-Well Joe, do you have a construction office to be able to repair all of this stuff when time comes? The answer to that you already know, right? We don't. we don't have a construction office that is in range of all of this. So I think what I need to do is I need 2 construction offices probably right here that we're just going to assign the same thing that we normally do. Maybe they get the workers from here. No, that wouldn't make any sense. 2 construction offices, I said. Why 2? Because 1 can't repair itself. That's the only and the most valid reason for that stuff. But there you go. Let's get these construction offices in here. We'll assign them to the sources that they need, and they will be happy about that. Construction Office 9, please get started on this and number 2. And then we should be okay with all the replacements. Obviously, you have to fill it in with some cars, but that is the least of the problems that I'm currently looking at. Stop production. Okay. Missing resource, steel, of course. The main thing we're missing is iron. Yes, I know that we're out, and that is a huge source of income that we can't have anymore. Yeah, you have 152 million sitting here. You know what you're gonna do? Go. I don't want you to wait any longer. At least you're empty. That's good news. Okay. Well, that's where we're at. That's what's going on. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We will... I'm not lying to you. I just never know if we're going to be back tomorrow on this one, or if I'm going to let this run for like a week, like 1 or 2 years, and see if we can recover all the things that we wanted. We are... There's a green number for last month. That's huge. That is exactly what we're looking for, and I don't think that one ship has arrived yet that is supposed to have like 150 million or so of beetles being exported. So that's exciting. I think it's actually just dropping off the beetles, which is cool. There you go. It just arrived. Woohoo! Yeah, I may just recover some money, and then we'll see where we are. I think everything will continue. Just a little delayed, but that's okay. Ooh, Frida, you're quick. I like it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again next time. I want to find someone that I can ride along with nicely. Maybe one of my fuel trains, if you don't mind hanging out with me. How about you? Yeah, 240 tons of fuel. That's perfect, because that's a much better length than what we had before. You are heading back to the fuel distribution office. Oh, you're in the farm area. Cool. Yeah, we'll follow you. That's fine. That's not a bad one. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again next time, like I've said a million times now, but I really mean it, hopefully. And by then, I hope we're just recovered. We could plan the nuclear fuel area in the meantime, because that has to get done, and I believe we still need more money, because the money that we're making right now is not being produced fast enough. So we need another source, but I think we're stabilizing, especially with all the vehicles that I'm turning into money instead of turning into replacements, which is a whole nother danger. Yes, we need nuclear fuel 100%, because I need another big banger. And that can be done with ships, maybe. So we'll see how that goes. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.